Morning, everybody. Take two. All right. So this morning I've come on. This morning I find myself reflecting over the last year. All right. And yeah, 2020 for a lot of people, it's going to go down in history as one of the worst years. All right. But looking back, 2020, January 2020, I was in a dark place. I was absolutely on my knees. One of the darkest places I could have ever been. All right. I had a lot of turmoil going on in my life, and I was contemplating taking my life. And yeah, didn't think life could get any worse, really. I was homeless in 2015. Got divorced, actually broke up from my marriage in 2004. Kept running away from that for 14 years and had a lot of turmoil. But last January, thought things couldn't get any worse. All right. When I left the homeless hostel, everybody said to me, your life will get better. There's a new start to life. And yeah, I thought that. And I didn't think I would go as low as I've been over the years. And last January, looking back, probably the lowest part of my life, actually. I was really down on my knee. I was lower than a snake's belly. All right. But got me reflecting today. Really got me reflecting on the last year. Because you've got to do some reflection, see where you are in life and see where you're going in life. And today, I've come on here, 31st of January, and I can tell you now, last year, even though we've got COVID and got everything going on, last year was a year that I learned and started growing. All right. I give up the alcohol. So I don't drink anymore. Don't need it. All right. And manage my mind, manage my thoughts, my feelings and emotions. Last year, I was in a place of despair, and I met a woman by the name of Sophie Savage, and she was doing a university lecture on a weekend, and I went along to this psychology unit. It's called Weekend University in London. Every month they have lecturers in, and they lecture on psychology. And I went along because I enjoy going to them type of things. And I started crying during the lecture. I was overwhelmed with these emotions and feelings. And as Sophie was speaking, what she was talking about was resonating with me. So I stayed behind and went and spoke to Sophie. Always remember, I walked up to her. Everybody else went and bought her book, got her autograph. I actually got her autograph. And she could see where I was in life. She could see where I was in despair, turmoil. Now looking back, I was in an horrible place. And she said to me, and the word she said to me was, I will listen to me. I will change your life. Come along to my workshop. And the workshop is 2 weeks' time. Come along to my workshop and I will give you the tools. I will help you. The year before, I was doing things with Tony Robbins and signing up to Tony Robbins' courses, and but I was missing some bits of the jigsaw. I went along to Sophie. I thought, no, I'm going to give it a go. Might as well. It's in London, 48 hours. It was actually 50 hours. Went along, and yeah, it's changed my life. All right. She taught me how to regulate my. She taught me. She stripped, we call it stripping the onion back. I had so much anger, so much despair, so much resentment in my life. And she started peeling these onions away, the skins of the onion away, of anger. And she taught me who I was. And all my thoughts had been lying to me all my life. all right? And it was amazing. It was amazing. I had nothing else to lose. I didn't want to be here. The only reason I didn't actually take my life, and I tried to get the police to take my own life, because I phoned the police and told them I was on Putney High Street in November with a pistol. I was going to start shooting people, hoping, I was so drunk, I was hoping that the police would shoot me. Because for some unknown reason, I couldn't do it myself. Because I knew the impact it would have on my family. So, and I contemplated it through Christmas and January last year. However, I went on this course with Sophie, and it changed my life. And what he taught me, all right, now looking back, last year, I could easily turn around and say, oh, bad year, but it weren't. Let me tell you now, it was a year of learning, a year of growth. And I'm still on this journey. I started a journey in February. Yeah, faced a prison sentence because I would actually avoid my emotions and feelings by fueling myself with alcohol, using it as an emotional avoidance technique. I was using drugs, all right, at one point to try and avoid my emotions, because these emotions were getting so strong inside me. And I just had this hate, resentment, anger, and it just kept going around and around. But Sophie taught me how to connect, all right? And one thing I've learned today, and reflecting back, is we need to sit back and we need to reflect on life, all right, and see what we're telling ourselves in here. Because a lot of times this lies to us. I keep calling it the ninja. It's like a snake. It'll get in there, all right? When you sit down and reflect where you are in life and truly admit and be truthful with yourself, will you stop playing the vicious circle of life? We have a vicious circle in life. I call it the merry-go-round of life, because we don't seem to step off it. We never take the actions to step off it. And the merry-go-round is, we play this victim. We get into conflict. We get angry, and we get concerned, but we never actually take action. We never step forward. We never take the action to get out of this vicious circle. All right. Last year, I was forced. I weren't forced. I actually had to do something for myself. I had to take the action, and I decided to step off the merry-go-round, and I went to this workshop, and I cried all weekend. I was an emotional wreck all weekend. I had to admit to things from my childhood and things from which I was playing out in here. I was blaming everybody for everything, blaming the world for everything, but I weren't blaming myself. I weren't looking in at myself and going, what part did I play? Ooh, what part did I play? And then admit to it and go, yeah, and admit who I was, because inside there was a beautiful person trying to break out. There was a person who had a lot of love, a lot of the anger was just covered in the love I had. And I had all this love and all this, I wanted to give. And it was just covered up. It was hidden. All right. Other people could see it, but I couldn't. I couldn't admit to who I was. All right. When you admit and look inside and start taking action, and I mean massive action, start stepping forward, and you make a plan, then you start living life and seeing life for what it really is. And that's where I am today. I'm in a nice place, very good place, and I'm seeing life as it is and what it is. And I'm in the driving seat. I'm in the driving seat. I make the decisions what I want in life, where I want to go. My past is my past. It's behind me. It's there. I can't get it. I can't drag it forward and try and change it. What's happened's happened. I may not be happy with life in the past, but I've done it. It's gone. I've got to accept it. I've got to move on. All right. So when you move on, it's you in the moment and the future. You plan for your future. Okay. So that's what you've got to really do. The only way you can break the cycle, the life cycle of the merry-go-round of playing victim, getting angry, getting concerned and not taking the action, is you can overcome it by taking the action. Taking the action to speak out, speak up, and learning how to overcome. There is people out there who will help. Okay? We keep this mind is negatively wired, so it's built for survival. It will be put negative thoughts in your mind, and then they're just thoughts of old memories. Subconscious mind is like the library, all right, and our five senses beat us up, and we join them. So please, if you want to break the cycle you're in, take it from me. I've got all the stories. You give me a story and I'll match it and I'll double it, all right? To play victim doesn't get us anywhere. Resentment. If somebody says something that's going to hurt you and you want a resentment, you've got resentment. I've had plenty of resentment in my time. I've got the stories why I've got this resentment. But when you hold resentment, who are you truly hurting? Yourself. When you want to hurt somebody so bad, that's all you think about because they've done you wrong. You're hurting yourself. Okay? So please, please take the action. Step forward. Speak up. Don't be ashamed. Shame is just a word. If you've got pride in your way, let it go. Pride holds us back. It's holding me back for a lot of time. All right? Who cares what people think? At the end of the day, people set expectations upon people to enable them to judge them. A lot of people set expectations upon people to enable them to try and live a better life, to try and deal with their emotions and their feelings. We shouldn't place expectations upon anybody. We shouldn't judge anybody. Okay? Please, if you want to change, you can change. I've changed. I know I've changed and I'm on a journey. I'm managing. I have my ups and downs, but I've got the tools to manage it. Okay? You can break the life cycle. You can forge your future, break the cycle, step off the merry-go-round of this merry-go-round we're on, you find yourself on. And we all find ourselves on the merry-go-round of life. I still do today. But I've got to sit with myself. I've got to meditate. I've got to actually look at what's going on. I've got to take a big breath and go, anxiety. I get a lot of anxiety. I live with anxiety every day. I get up in front of people to teach and talk. My anxiety levels are through the roof. But the only way is to actually step through the anxiety, keep putting one foot in front of the other and keep walking forward. Think about we didn't come out of our mother's wombs walking, did we? Come on. A baby doesn't walk straight away. The baby takes time. And life is exactly the same. We have our ups and downs. What happens when a baby learns to crawl? When a baby learns to crawl, walk, it doesn't do it straight away. All right? It gets up, goes again, gets knocked down, and then gets up again and goes again. It's life. That's what happens in life. And sometimes just need to sit and see where we are. Okay? I love you all. Just put one foot in front of the other. Keep going forward. If people are judging you for connecting or trying to make yourself better, then you need to start looking at what's going on in their life and saying, Do you need them around you at this moment in time? If they're dragging you down, okay. If you're helping people and avoiding your emotions, because that's what we do. We help people to avoid our emotions. We heat. We could put a lot of time into our work to avoid going home. Avoid going home to alone. If you live in your own place, avoid going home to the loneliness, because loneliness drives this crazy. This is where it goes into gear. And this is where it goes, you should have done better. And it always refers to you as a third party. That in a conversation, it never says, I am stupid, I am worthless, I am not lovable. Does it? It's always you. You are not worthy. You're not lovable. You are stupid. Nobody wants to listen to you. Never says I. All right? Please, that's all I want to share with you today. Have a beautiful day today. All right? And remember, it's not easy. All right? Got to keep going forward, one foot in front of the other. For those with a military background, you couldn't stick weight on your back and do a tab without putting one foot in the other. All right? You wouldn't pass your physical tests. One foot in front of the other. Keep going forward. Yes, we've got to sit down sometimes. All right? And we've got to have a look around, see what's going on around us. Have a look, have a reflection of where you are in life. Be true to yourself. And then make a plan. Reach out. Start talking. Okay? Stop beating yourself up. Life is for living. I love you all. Have a great Sunday. All right? Yeah, anybody want to get in touch, I'm here. All right? Bye.